His birth. It was indeed an unbelievable event. Zeus, whose appetite for seducing young women is well known, fell for the charms of a young princess, Semele, daughter of the king of Thebes. To have his way with her, Zeus took on the appearance of a mortal, the only way a human is able to set eyes on a god. If a misfortunate mortal were to see a god with his or her own eyes, the consequences would be terrible. So, disguised as an ordinary man, Zeus lived a moment of perfect love with Semele. The trouble is, Zeus was married. Before her rival took her place permanently, Hera needed to act. She took on the appearance of Semele's nursemaid, an old woman who had the princess's complete trust. And she made her way to the home of Semele, who was already 6 months pregnant. "Beware," she began. "I'm convinced your lover is not Zeus, but a lowly impostor. If you want to have a clear mind, ask him to show himself as king of the gods and master of lightning, as he does when he's amongst the gods on Mount Olympus." Semele was disturbed. Supposing what her nursemaid had said were true. When Zeus next visited her, she demanded that he show himself in his true state. Zeus was horrified. He knew too well the danger that would entail for his beloved, so he refused. But Semele insisted, reminding him that he had sworn on the river Styx that he would do all she asked of him. And swearing on the Styx was an oath that couldn't be broken. A god who did so would be simply banished from Mount Olympus forever. Semele begged him. Zeus resisted. "Very well," threatened Semele. "If it is so, you shall not have access to my bedchamber." Zeus finally yielded. Before the pleading eyes of his beloved, he revealed himself in all his thunder and lightning splendor. Then tragedy struck. The whole palace was set on fire. But the poor Semele just had time to give birth before she too was devoured by the flames. Miraculously, the fire spared the infant, whom Zeus gathered in his arms. But what should he do with this prematurely born child? Hermes, the messenger of the gods, who was also the son of Zeus, came to his aid. He cut open the king of the gods' thigh and slipped the baby inside. Zeus, the father, had thus become its surrogate mother. 3 months later, Hermes, for it was still he, reopened the thigh of the almighty Zeus. The newborn was retrieved. Later, the Romans would say of their Bacchus that he was born of the thigh of Jupiter. Dioysus was thus born twice, once from the womb of Semele and once from the thigh of Zeus. So his second birth was undoubtedly godly.